The candy man at the beach was our favorite person. He always wore that faded brown shirt and carried a basket full of the good stuff. He gave us the best ice cream without asking for anything in return, and watched us closely as we were playing at the beach. But when we arrived at Patricia's house and her mom saw the ice cream, she literally lost her mind. She snatched them from Patricia and threw them away. Then she told us the world was a dangerous place and we couldn't believe in any stranger. The next day, she took us to the beach and the man was already standing there. When he saw us, he waved at us and smiled gently. He was still holding his basket full of ice cream. Patricia's mom stepped forward, pointing a finger aggressively in the old man's face. The man stepped back, looking confused and deeply hurt. She started shouting, "Get away from the kids, you creep! I know what you are!" The man looked so confused. His eyes went all watery. He tried to say something, but Patricia's mom already had her phone out, dialing 911. The next minute, a police officer was putting the candy man in handcuffs. As he was putting him in the back of the squad car, the old man looked right at me and whispered, "I'm just trying to keep you safe. Please, just stay there." Patricia's mom was proud of herself. She said she saved us from a monster, and for a second I believed her, until I came home and told my mom what happened. She looked shocked. Then she rushed to the police station, and after talking to the officer for a while, she took the old man home. I knew that the old man wasn't a monster. He lived alone in his house, which was a couple of blocks apart from ours. His daughter died many years ago because of drowning, so he'd been giving ice cream to kids at the beach to keep them far away from the water. He didn't have any bad intentions, he just wanted to keep us safe. From that day on, I never saw him at the beach again. Instead, my mom took me to visit him every weekend at his house. He was a great cook and he had many great books. He made us the best dish all over the world and told us the most enchanting stories we'd never heard of before. Patricia's mom came to apologize after she found out the truth, and sometimes she let Patricia go visit him with me. I realized that life wasn't always dangerous or bad. It was so full of surprise, kind-hearted people. Just like the old ice cream man once said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Chloe, promise we'll be best friends forever?
Yes, Maddie, I promise.
I'm afraid your daughter is mentally sick. There's another version of her. This version likes to cause trouble.
Is there anything I can do then?
Keep a very close eye on her and treat her with love.
Ouch! Maddie, what are you doing?
You should see what I'm about to do then.
Maddie, stop! You're scaring me!
Yes, Chloe, be scared. That's exactly what I want to see. Now run in and hide. I'll be seeking you. I told you to run.
I'm not going anywhere. We promised to be best friends forever, remember?
Chloe, you should stay away from me. I only cause you trouble.
Maddie, you don't know how happy I am to be your friend. And I think there's someone who can cure this.
Really?
Guys, like and subscribe to help Maddie get better.
It started outside the school gates. My mom was bragging to Patricia's mom about my exam results.
Oh, my child barely needs to study. She's just a natural genius.
I cringed, because right next to us, Patricia's mom was listening, and her face hardened. That very night, Patricia was pushed into a pressure cooker. Her mom forced her to stay up all night, cramming without a single break. The next morning, Patricia walked into the classroom looking like a panda, deep black circles bruised under her eyes. She couldn't hold her head up. During the test, exhaustion won. She failed. She cried the entire day, and when her mom arrived to pick her up and saw the score, Patricia cried even harder. I ran over. I tried to speak up. It's because she didn't sleep. She overstudied last night. Her mom didn't hear a word. She just grabbed Patricia by the arm and dragged her home in anger. That evening, I walked up to Patricia's front door. I knocked, offering to help her study. But before I could finish my sentence, her mom slammed the door right in my face. I wasn't going to give up. The next day, I found Patricia sitting alone in the school library. I sat down across from her, opened my notebook, and offered a deal. No competition, just teamwork. I coached her through complex math problems. In return, she taught me the intricate timelines of history. We weren't rivals anymore. We were a team. When the next test results came out, we both aced it. When Patricia's mom picked her up that afternoon and saw the high marks, the anger was gone. She just looked relieved. Patricia and I caught each other's eye across the hallway. We didn't need to say a word. We both knew the truth. Competition broke you, but lifting each other up, that was how far we'd truly go. Everyone at school thought I was a total freak. The paper bag girl, but I'm forced to hide my face. And if anyone ever saw what's underneath, I thought my life would be completely over. That day at the cafeteria, I tried to keep my head down until he walked in. James, the only guy who didn't look at me like I was a monster.
Oh, no. I left my lunch at home.
Hey, take mine. I'm not really hungry anyway. Hard to eat through a paper bag, you know? He laughed, then told me we could eat together. For the next week, James and I were inseparable. But making the most popular guy in school, your best friend came with a price. Patricia was furious. That night, I was in my bedroom, looking in the mirror. I've had this mystical mark across my face since birth, and that mask's been my friend ever since. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise from the window, but there was no one there. The next day, when When me and James were walking together, suddenly, Patricia stepped in front of us, blocking our path.
Hey everyone, want to see what the freak actually looks like? She's been lying to all of us.
Patricia, stop, please, leave me alone, I said.
No way. Jamie deserves to know what kind of monster he's hanging out with.
Patricia immediately lunged forward and aggressively ripped the paper bag off my head.
Look at her, she's a demon. She doesn't belong at our school.
I started crying, turning around to run away. The secret I've been hiding was now public. Suddenly, James stepped right in front of me, blocking Patricia.
James, look at her face. What do you think you are doing?
I see her perfectly. And honestly, I don't care about the mark on her face. She's the kindest person in this entire school. She helped me when everyone else walked away. That's what makes her beautiful.
Patricia was furious. She murmured something to herself, then stormed away. James gently turned to me. He asked if I was okay. I nodded. I felt some strange feeling inside me. That evening, when I was studying in my room, I heard a knock on the door. As I came to see who it was, Patricia was standing outside, looking regretful. She said she'd been thinking about what she'd done, and she felt bad about it. She came to say sorry. I immediately accepted her apology. Then she gave me a burger she made for me.
I hope you'll like it. See ya.
Then she walked away. I took my first bite of the burger and I felt something strange. The next minute, I found myself waking up in the hospital. Turned out Patricia had put walnuts inside the burger. She knew I was allergic to walnuts and she still gave it to me. Patricia was expelled after that, and my parents decided to change my school. Years went by, and when things almost felt like a dream to me, I met him again. One afternoon at the beach, his eyes were soft and gentle as the way I remember how they used to be. "I've been looking for you everywhere," he said. "And you found me,"
You didn't change one bit.
he said, and laughed. Then he asked me if I wanted to go on a date with him the next day. I said yes, and as I was about to tell him a secret, I held back and smiled. He'd figured it out soon, about the fact that I got a surgery to remove the mark. Yet I still painted it on my face every day, hoping someone would recognize one day. I was an orphan. It meant I was entirely on my own. No parents, no family, no safety net. But things changed when a family came and adopted me. They all had rainbow hair just like me. That made me think I finally found a happy home. As soon as we arrived at the house, they asked me if I had any superpower. Just then, I knew that they weren't like anybody else. They were 10 times stronger than normal people. Turned out they only adopted me hoping my hair meant I had super strength like them. Because I was just normal, I was allowed to stay in the garage. I also did all the cooking and cleaning and only got to eat the leftovers. I was still grateful that I had a home and a family to keep me warm. However, things didn't last long. One day, my family kicked me out of the house. A billionaire had hired them to be his bodyguards, and there'd be no place for me there. I moved out. It was raining heavily that day, but it was fine, since no one could ever see me cry. Later on, I found a job at a restaurant. One afternoon, while I was serving face at work, I heard two shady guys in the corner plotting something terrible. I spinned around quickly to look at them, but their mouths weren't moving. I was reading their minds. My superpower wasn't physical strength. It was telepathy. And I knew a massive explosion was about to happen in less than an hour. I ran as fastly as I could to the gate of a massive luxury mansion. My ex-family looked annoyed when they saw me. "You guys have to leave. Right now." I heard two men thinking, "The mansion is going to explode at 8 p.m., I said. They looked at me like I was out of my mind. Then my ex-sister laughed hysterically.
Are you crazy? Go back to flipping burgers, freak.
Then they slammed the gate, but I didn't give up. I kept screaming even when they turned their back to me and walked inside. I didn't remember how long I had standing there and begging them to believe me. Just then, a sleek black luxury sports car pulled up to the gate. I didn't know what I was thinking back then. Maybe I wasn't thinking at all, because the next millisecond, I found myself stepping right in front of the car, blocking its path. The billionaire was sitting inside and I knew this was my last chance. He approached me looking annoyed and asking what I was doing. "Sir, your life is in danger. Your new bodyguards are clueless, but someone planted a bomb. It's going off at 8 p.m. I know because I can read minds," I said. He looked confused. Who wouldn't? "You're thinking about your late wife right now, and how much you regret not buying her those flowers on your last anniversary. And you're wondering if I'm a corporate spy." I said what was going on his mind at that moment. His eyes widened in absolute shock. He immediately reversed the car and speeded away from the mansion. I ran back to the mansion, hoping I could still save my ex-family out of there. Just then, I heard a massive boom. The fire finally took everything and everyone down with it. After a couple of weeks, things went back to normal. One morning, when I was working at the restaurant, someone approached me. It was the billionaire. He wanted to thank me for saving his life that day. He asked me if I wanted to be his daughter since he had no children at all. After all, I could finally find a happy home for myself. I realized reading minds wasn't my superpower. Being kind was. Kindness truly held the power to change lives. I could see them dying, every single one of them. I saw the bus driver crash into the pavement. I saw a stranger choked to death death while drinking coffee at a cafe. I tried to save them. I told the driver not to get on that bus, but he snapped at me. I told the stranger not to step inside the cafe, but she just ignored me. They thought I was crazy. Then came my neighbor. She passed my window. She was about to fly to Europe for summer vacation. I saw her plane crash and ran out to warn her, but she called me insane and told my mom to discipline me. 2 hours later, the breaking news aired on TV. The exact same plane. Mom looked at me in absolute shock. I burst into tears. I couldn't save anyone. Mom just comforted me. She was the only person in the world who believed me. Until that night, I woke up from a vision so terrifying it froze the blood in my veins. I saw Mom's death. The next evening, on her way home from work, hit and run. The next day, I tried every possible to stop her from going to work. I hid her shoes, I locked the door and tossed the key away. Then I told her about my vision. I begged her to stay. Tears started streaming down my face. Mom comforted me again, saying she'd call in sick, promising not going anywhere. Morning passed, afternoon passed, safe and sound. We sat down for dinner, and for the first time in days, I felt like I had finally beaten fate out of nowhere. A car lost control on the main road, then crashed. All I heard then was the sound of breaking glass and shattering wood. Then I blacked out. The next minute, I found myself waking up to the sterile white light. I was in the hospital. A doctor came in and asked if I was all right. I asked him where my mom was and told him about the car crashed into my house. The doctor then shocked me with his words. He said I was an orphan and my mom passed away years ago. There was also no car crash. There was no bus driver, no choked stranger, no neighbor, and no plane crash. None of those events happened. Everything I experienced occurred entirely inside my head. Then he said I had a severe mental condition. My mind spun into complete darkness. Was he speaking the truth, or was he trying to hide what I could really do? On my 9th birthday, I made a wish. I wished I could see things no one else could. The next day, I woke up and I saw floating dollar amounts appeared above everyone's heads. Then I realized they weren't bank balances. They were how much money each person was planning to spend on themselves that month. My spoiled classmate Patricia had $5,000 floating over her head for designer clothes. My bestie Chloe had $10 for Wingstop. But when my dad walked into the kitchen wearing his worn-out shirt, his glowing number made my heart drop. Dad's number read $0. Day after day, everyone else's numbers shifted, but Dad stayed frozen at 0. He worked 12-hour shifts at the restaurant, coming home with grease-stained hands and exhausted eyes. The next day, my teacher announced our school's trip to Paris. Everyone was signing up. I brought the permission slip home, but I hid it at the bottom of my backpack. I knew we couldn't afford it, and I didn't want to stress Dad out. That weekend, I noticed Dad's favorite leather jacket, the one Grandpa gave him, was missing from the closet. I felt a surge of frustration. Why did he always give everything away while keeping nothing for himself? Why was his value for himself always 0? The deadline for the Paris trip arrived. As I sat in class watching my friends turn in their payments, the teacher called me to the office. I walked in, expecting to hear that my tuition